The Department of Counseling Services is celebrating Recovery Month. The theme, Real Voices, Real Recovery. They wanted to tell a story that's not often told, so we sat down with someone whose story will not only touch you, but could possibly change your life.
You know, it started out thinking that I could keep it under control. It wasn't a problem, you know. Alcoholism is progressive, you know, and it sneaks up on you.
So soon, happy hour turned into daily drinking. The problem grew and affected his life, his loved ones, and his job. Finally, family members urged him to get help.
You have to really want it, really work at it, you know, and to always remember it'll get better. For me, because I had been through so much of it for so long, it wasn't difficult. I just woke up one morning and said, today is the day that I live my dreams. It has been an ongoing, I guess, contact with the counseling center for years. I stayed sober for like a year after the first time I went to treatment, and came back, and then I sought help again, and they were always willing, you know, to work with me, even though sometimes I felt like I was hopeless.
Relapse is a part of recovery. Some people, don't get me wrong, do manage to put the drug or the drink down and never pick up again. But in my estimation, not many people. Most people have to go through the process of relapse and start to understand that before they can come into the point of recovery.
Intake sessions here are offered between 9 and 4, Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's a walk-in, so they don't need an appointment for that. They just actually need to attend the counseling center, and then we would do an intake, which is to take some demographic information and to sit with the person and start to find out what it is they actually need from our service. Depending upon what comes out of the intake and the assessment process, is that then the type of therapy or the treatment plan gets developed with the counselor and with the client. So it's very individualized. They may be doing one-on-one counseling on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. They may move into doing one of the groups that we have. Depending upon the severity of the issue, if it's an alcohol and drug issue, there may be a referral to our residential program, which is another arm of our department. The residential program is up at Breakers.
About 20 years ago, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration in the United States started to celebrate Recovery Month every year during the month of September. And I think that the initiative was really started as a means of celebrating people's success and being able to offer other people who may be struggling with drugs and alcohol hope that recovery is possible. Some of the things we're doing is we've got people who are in recovery have shared their story with us, and we're putting those over the air on public service announcements on the radio stations. We've also created some poster boards with information about recovery and about how people can access services if they're interested in how recovery can change their life.
The Department of Counseling Services is settling into a new office, just in time for Recovery Month.
As long as we can stay in one place for a while, I think that this space is very conducive for us to be able to do good work. We've been nomadic now for over a year. Every time we change locations, it's problematic for all of the people that access our services, because some don't have transportation, some don't have telephones or other ways to find out kind of where we are to make appointments. So one of the things that we find is that if we're in a place for a while, our census goes up and we're serving more people.
More people could mean more success stories.
Just celebrated 5 years of sobriety, something that, through the help of Alcoholics Anonymous, something that I never thought was possible. I've since, me and my father started a business. I always worked with my father my whole life, my adult life, but he's had enough confidence in me for me and him to step out and, you know, and start a business of our own. Just something as simple as owning a vehicle, you know. Because those things in the past were always triggers for me to go. You know, once transportation, I could get away and go someplace where I felt it was okay to drink. Having a boat, a relationship with my kids, you know, and just having back my self-respect. I used to think that it was impossible to stop drinking or to imagine life without alcohol, you know. Today, I have no desire whatsoever to take a drink.
One roadblock to recovery is often finances, so many people will never sit here in a counselor's office. But the services offered here are free of charge for residents.